In this video we're going to take a quick look at the Global Explorer module fitted to the back of the Isuzu NPS 75155 or the Fuso Canter and look at what that's like as a motorhome. So I'm here with Bet from AA V4x4 and Bet, take us away. Let's talk us through what's going on with
Wonderful.
this.
So we do have the Fiamma locking handle, so that can be also locked in the closed position for extra security.
So that's security as well as helping drag you up.
That's correct.
And we've got what here, a nice electrically operated
Full electric steps, very easy to operate with the switch just there.
Okay.
So for off-road, they're all tucked up quite high.
Yep.
And very easy to operate.
And back it comes. Right. And over here we've got what? A bin?
A bin in the door.
Okay, that's nice.
Just to make it nice and handy.
Great.
Even the window here has the block out, so if you're looking to just escape during the day, it's the perfect unit for it.
Okay, great. All right, so in we go.
Come on inside.
Yep. Entry by invitation only, so I'm going to invite myself. Okay. Right, so we got east-west bed layout.
East-west bed, the big advantage of an east-west bed is it gives you a lot more internal space. That's the big difference. So if we run north-south, we're up to about here in space.
Yep.
And it becomes quite cramped inside. So running east-west gives us a good amount of space there. Underneath the bed here, we do have hidden storage, which is very handy, as Kim's just discovered. He's just taken his vehicle over to Japan, and on the boat ride across, it was actually broken into, but luckily all of his valuables were kept under the bed.
And they didn't spot that.
They didn't spot that.
Okay, hopefully they don't watch this video then. Okay, additional storage, which is
lots
easier
of storage up the
get
top.
to. Yep.
Mainly for smaller, lightweight items. Storage all
Okay, so
the
we've
way
got what,
across the
4
back.
there and another 4 there.
3 on this side.
3 on that side. Oh, but bigger ones. So lights there. Okay, and then what else? Oh, reading lights. We've got reading lights over here. So they turn around.
So again, low draw, everything's done LED.
LED, yeah, that's the way to go these days.
Table, once seated here, you can pull out. So you do have quite a sturdy full-size table.
Okay, yeah, I can put a bit of weight on that because, you know, I tend to work with about 3 different laptops and next mini monitors and everything else. Yeah,
everything's locked.
Okay.
And also incredibly deep drawers underneath the bed.
Okay.
So every bit of available space has been used.
Okay, and what? Just sit on that seat for me so I could see. Okay, so if you're friendly, you could potentially put 2 people on there.
2 people and 1.
If they're my size anyway, but yeah, okay. Now the windows probably pretty standard sort of multifunctional windows.
That's correct, standard Dometic windows. You do have the fly screen from the top, which pulls all the way down, and a block out that comes from the bottom there.
Let's pull up the block out for us.
So they can be.
Yep. Okay. And then obviously you can pull that completely open, or
that's right. So it can lock in any position you like.
Yep.
The other big advantage with Dometics is you can actually lock them slightly open.
Yes, of course, yeah. So it's pretty standard stuff there. Okay.
Yeah.
Also on the ventilation, we've got a fan here.
That's correct. We do run twin Scirocco fans.
Twin Scirocco fans. Yeah, I've got some of them. I like them. And we also have above your head.
Above the fin. So standard, we have 2 of these. Both of them can be used either to suck air in or blow the air out.
Okay.
They are adjustable. And in the front one, we've replaced it with a Dometic aircon unit.
Dometic aircon unit, okay. And whilst we're pointing in this direction, we've got more storage.
More storage here. This is also where we can have the optional microwave fitted.
Okay, great. And then we've got a Bushman fridge. Okay, I like that because that is a very secure lock. I like that. Okay. Right, so what have we got here? Fridge, freezer?
Really good size fridge freezer. Works incredibly well. Again, it's a 12-volt fridge, so it doesn't use a lot of power, which is good.
Yep.
190 litres there. Quite secure and quite stylish, which is nice.
All right, now moving over into the kitchen. So we've got a bench top here, lift up that, and we've got...
That's our diesel cooktop.
Diesel, so no gas at all?
No gas, so we do run diesel cooktop, also diesel hot water and a diesel air heater.
Lovely, okay. Alright, so that's just, okay, double pop down like that. And then over here we've got...
Standard size sink, again hot and cold water, and a water filtration system, and that way we're not filtering all of the water, it's only the drinking water.
And we've got a spice rack thing here, and guess what? Yes, even more storage here. It's just like, I love the way this, like, every little nook and cranny is being used. It's fantastic. All right, and what's this? Just, I guess, cutlery and stuff. So
cutlery drawers, everything's double locked.
Yep.
And all as deep as possible. So we've used every bit of available space. Even the chair you're sitting on, underneath that there is extra storage there. Okay. Again, tucked away and hidden.
Oh yeah. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Storage space underneath. All right, good stuff. And look, even USB ports there as next to 12 volt. Okay, and okay, so this is the oven controls.
That's
here.
The controls for the diesel.
Yeah, and there's a vent, and there's that. Okay, now we've also got here the ingress to the cab. Now this is actually important because that way you can just stop. You don't actually need to get outside your vehicle. You can just crawl into the back, and that's good for security from wild humans but also wild animals. So let's say that you're in the savannah, and instead of out there in the car park there were lions and, you know, dangerous elephants and hippos and whatever else is going to kill you out there, you could just climb in here and drive away. You don't actually need to get outside your vehicle. Is that the idea?
That is correct. There was actually a case a little while ago in South Africa where a couple were towing a caravan, looked outside, wondered what the noise was, and was partially attacked by a lion. Partially attacked? Partially attacked.
How are you partially attacked?
Well, luckily he managed to get back in.
I would imagine it's either a full attack or not. Would it sort of go and then come back, or what?
He stuck his head out the window.
Really?
Yes.
I wouldn't do that if I was a lion.
I wouldn't have done that,
okay.
But
all right.
That's what happens.
All right, so here we've got the build number 35, and talk us through what's happening up here.
Fairly basic control unit. We try and keep it very simple, and that way less issues.
Okay, so
master power button.
Yep.
To turn the whole system on. External light, and a pump to turn the water on.
Yep.
Over on this side, we can check very quickly. That's module battery levels.
Yep.
So we're sitting at about 85% there.
Yep.
Just gone to 100.
What side have we got on this?
Sorry?
Solar power.
Solar power. This one's got 300 watts of solar, but that can all be upgraded.
Okay.
We can check the truck batteries as well, just in one click, and most importantly your water levels.
Okay.
So that's all done in the one unit.
Great. And the digital multi-control unit, what's happening there?
That's correct. So we can turn our Victron controller, so if you're needing 240 volt, it's as easy as moving that across to the on position.
Yep.
That turns the inverter on.
Yep.
If you are in a caravan park, you can also turn down how much shore power you can actually draw from the system.
Okay, great.
Over here, again, a little bit more in depth with the Victron, we can see exactly what our batteries are doing. Currently sitting at 99%. Okay. And the switches here are just for your external lights. So we have lights on each side and
we've
also
got
the rear.
Yet more storage here. And what's this? More storage again?
More storage for maps and brochures, things like that.
And what's this?
And your
hook?
Awning handle. So that helps wind out the awning.
Okay, I thought it was for fighting off lines. Okay. And in here?
Inside here, again, everything's double locked. We have shower and toilet.
Shower and toilet. So, there's even you can wave to the lines while you're having a shower. Excellent. Right, and there's a mirror so you can see how beautiful you are. So, standard cassette toilet, I'm presuming.
That's correct.
Yep. So I'm from Thetford, the one everyone loves. And of course light in there. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Anything else to show us on the inside?
Probably the main things. Everything's easily accessible, even from your diesel side for servicing in years to come. Right. Everything's very easy.
Is there anything underneath there? There probably is.
There is. That's all of our diesel sections there.
Oh, right. Okay. So, does it have a diesel heater?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Using diesel air heater.
Okay, so diesel heater as well as diesel cooking. And is there anything underneath this?
That one is for more storage. You can also access all of this from outside.
Okay, well let's go do that then. Okay, so that's presumably what that leads into in there. We've got our fire extinguisher handy as well. Okay, so if that completes the inside, let's go have a look at the outside.
Okay, wonderful.
Now this video is a motorhome walk around, but I've got you covered with some more information to help you make your decisions. First one is looking at the difference between a ute like a Ranger or a Hilux and a truck, in that case a Canter. We've also put my Ranger up against a Fuso Canter for an off-road capability test, and again my Ranger versus an Isuzu NPS for another off-road test. Now, if you do get a light truck, the wheel and tyre options are not straightforward, so I've gone into great detail to help you choose the right set there. And once you've got everything set up, then I've got a long interview with some people who are living full-time overlanding the world in an Iveco. And finally, if it's all too much and you think you'd rather have a caravan, check out my in-depth technical review of a Bruder.
So we can start off with the front here.
Yep.
As this is what cassette toilet easily accessed from the outside. Yep. Inside here we have the start batteries and all of your module batteries.
Okay, lithium or AGM?
All lithiums. They're the 120 amp lithium, okay. So we've got three of those.
And you could actually probably add more if you wanted, couldn't you? Because I mean, there's a lot of space.
There's certainly the options. Yeah. The other thing is we can run the 200 amp hour, and they just move out to here. So it's been designed to fit both of those batteries.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff.
Plenty of storage. Again, every available space we can use.
I love the fact that just everywhere is just a storage compartment. I think that's fantastic.
More and more storage. Yeah. Underneath here, again, very deep storage.
Okay. Yep.
And that one actually goes all the way through. Okay,
that would be cool. So you could put your long. Okay, could even potentially put a small bike in here. Now, what's this holding back?
So that's designed as an internal lockbox. So when you are travelling overseas, you use that to separate the truck and the module, and that way you can use roll on, roll off for international shipping.
Okay, got it. All right. Great. And at the back we've got two spare tyres.
Two spare tyres, reversing camera and a tyre winch.
A tyre winch, right. So basically you can do that with no effort. So there's your reversing camera.
That's correct. The tyres weigh about 68 kilo as they sit at the moment.
Yeah.
So the tyre winch means one person can do it with one hand.
Okay. Now, is this a reversing camera or a rear vision camera, i.e. does it remain on at all times?
It is a reversing camera.
So it doesn't, it turns off when you're not reversing.
Correct.
Okay. All right, so also, there's our winch. We've got, that's 4.5 ton rated for towing, and then underneath
we have the option of fitting a 17 or 25,000 pound winch.
I can look at that. There's your upgraded suspension. What are those two red points there?
They are the fully adjustable shock absorbers.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So you can just jump underneath and adjust them fairly simply.
Okay, great. All right, so let's come around the side here. What do we got?
More storage. Again, that's the pass through from the other side, all the way through, so you can access it from both sides.
Okay, and there's your security thing. And here's water fill.
Water fill here.
Is one water fill point or multiple?
Just one water fill point.
I like that simplicity. Yeah. Okay, what's going? So we've got another storage compartment
here. More storage here.
And okay, so there's the diesel stuff we looked at from the other side. Okay.
Purifier there, all very easy to get to. Yeah. And very accessible for in case of servicing.
Okay, and this another storage compartment?
Another storage area, the same size as the other one.
Right, looking at. Okay, so that's when you connect it up to the shore power. This is.
That's your reserve sub tank
for
the module for diesel.
Oh, okay.
And then that's your standard tank.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we've got some security around that there as well. Okay, good.
Just a very small storage area, mainly for tools.
Okay, yep. So jack. So is that the jack that you'd recommend?
That's correct. That's the standard jack that comes with it. Yeah. And we supply a piece of timber for the added height.
And this is your external shower,
hot and cold water.
Okay. And here we've got
the brains of the unit. Everything all together. It does have its own area because the Victron Multiplus, all of that sort of equipment does get quite warm.
Yes, of course.
So if you pack it full of gear.
I was wondering what that vent was from the inside. Now I can see it. Okay. Yep. Got it. Okay, so that's what that's for. And even labelled your fuses. Very good. I like that. Okay. Great. All right. Okay, what else have we got for the GX? So we've got a light up the top there. We do have
lights on all sides.
Yep.
On both sides and also at the rear.
Yep.
If you are camping, incredibly handy. They do throw a lot of light.
Yep. And you've got an awning there as well, so presumably electrically operated?
Manual operated. That was the handle inside.
Oh, okay.
So we can change to an electric one.
That's what that is, yeah.
But most people are sticking with manual awnings.
Yeah, okay. All right, great. Anything else that you need to tell us about the GX?
They're the main things here. They do have the crawl through. You'll notice with a lot of these sort of modules, they do have the rubber bellows between. Yes. And that's to counteract that flex between the body and the truck itself.
Okay, I'm actually going to do a cool crawl through with GoPro in hand. So we're going to go through here. Well, that kind of worked. Oh look, there's Brett again. Great. All right, so let's do a crawl through from the other side live. So imagine we are escaping from a lion, and we can just get into the front seat like that. Okay. All right, I think that's pretty much it for the Global Explorer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great. All right, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions or comments, please drop them in the comment section, and interested to hear your views on this.